2.
Okay, next I'll introduce our trainer. This session will be presented by Sean Dan.
Yeah!
Sean is a facilitator, a trainer, and a coach. He's the founder of the Asia Coach Private Limited. He helps organizations become more successful by transforming the way they work and make decisions. He achieves this by developing leadership competencies, improving employee engagement, and building high-performance teams. Okay, welcome, Sean.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to remind Sean that he has 40 minutes. Timer, can you tell what the timing sequence is for Sean? Sean, right? You gotta see the lights break down there.
Yes, I can see. I'm colorblind, but it's okay.
When it's 30 minutes, the green light will shine. 35 minutes, the yellow light will shine. 40 minutes, the red light will shine. So when it's 30 seconds past 40 minutes, I'll ring the frog, but I'll try not to. I'll try to signal the visual signals instead. Right, that's it. Thank you so much.
Sean, will you be using PowerPoint for this?
I have a couple of slides. Just
So we're all set in advance, correct?
We are. I hope so.
We all set for Sean in advance.
Yes.
Okay, let's give Sean a nice big one.
Good evening. Good evening. Accurate. Okay. Welcome to this section. We call it the impromptu speech. Many of you who have attended this meeting before, you will know what it is about. For the new ones, just enjoy and hopefully have the courage enough to stand up and speak tonight. Looking forward to that. This session is 40 minutes. Okay, and Kelvin has already described what the timing sequence, the warning light. Now, what is impromptu speech? Tonight, our theme is tell a story to make a point. Tell a story. Why do we tell stories? There are three main good reasons, benefits of telling a story. Number one, stories let people focus. If you are telling an interesting story, people focus and pay attention rather than listening to boring speech. That's the first benefit. The second benefit is stories help people to understand. Sometimes the topic they're talking about can be very conceptual, very theoretical. It's very difficult for people to follow you, especially if it's very technical. So if you use a story, then it helps people to understand and relate to their daily life, and then they can understand it better. The third benefit, the last one, is that it helps you to remember. Everybody remembers a good story, right?
Yep.
Who was here the last meeting? You all remember what a facilitator does? What are the roles of a facilitator? Name me one.
Pilot.
Guide. See? The power of a story. Whoa! Guess who was the storyteller then? Okay, so let's a couple of quick rules here. At the end of the story, there must be a moral to the story. What are you trying to express? And the rule is very simple. You got 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, the green light. At 1 minute, the green light will be on. 2 minutes, the yellow light will be on. And by the 3rd minute, you see the red light blinking. You better close. And with the moral of the story, it's very simple. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Some of you are, some of you may not. So this will help you get ready. Now, there are a long list of topics you can take from any one of these. You can talk about courage, you can talk about justice, kindness, whatever it is. I'll leave this on the board for a while. Some of you have your own topics that you want to talk about. Be free, okay? You can choose to talk about something that you're very passionate about. I'm supposed to train you, right? So I'm supposed to give you an example. How to tell a story. You can start off by saying, the story could be your own story. It could be about somebody you know, your friend. It could be something that you heard about from a friend or from a friend's friend, doesn't matter, or something you read about. Anywhere where you get your inspiration from. So for me, for example, if I want to tell a story using my own personal experience, for example, if I choose a topic, say gratitude, I want something I feel very strong about, gratitude. I would start off maybe something like 3 years ago. I left my cushy corporate job, okay, without a job, with no idea of what I'm heading into, because I was just simply tired, exhausted, and just plain not interested anymore to carry on where I was. I was stressed, I was not going anywhere, so I decided to make a change and take the leap out. It was very scary. Okay. I didn't know where I was heading. I had a vague idea that I wanted to be a trainer. No idea how I'm going to get there, whether I can be good or not, whether I can survive as a trainer or not. So, like any good Singaporeans, I signed up for a course to be a trainer, famous ATA course, and I attended a couple more. When people introduced me, you should attend this, you should attend that. For about a year or half a year, I did that without a job, spending money. Now, 3 years later, things are a little bit better. Now I'm standing in front of you, able to speak confidently. Why? Because there were good people I met along the way. They helped me with my first assignment. They gave me a chance. They encouraged me. They pointed me. They guided me, just like what our Agorans here are doing too. So that's gratitude for me. I always remember that. And in return now, I am paying it forward. Now I have a chance to help others. I do that as well. So, example like this, tell a story, and then at the end of the day, gratitude is really something that is very valuable as a value. Okay, you got it?
Yes.
So you got 2-3 minutes to do that. Alright, so take a minute to pause. Most important thing now for me to do is, who wants to tell the first story?
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Okay, I'm going to talk to you about giving. The meaning, what I have learned from giving. Now, I have a brother, a very close brother. I'm the youngest of the family of 5 siblings, right? And being the youngest, I'm the spoiled brat at home, And my eldest sister is 10 years my senior. Yes. So when I want something, like a pair of new shoes, right, I will go to first brother for $10, second, 10, I have my new shoes. So they think they're always giving me a lot. About 10 years ago, one of my brothers get into a very serious health problem. So my siblings are always giving me the thought. When we give you something, you have to be responsible for it. You have to be responsible for it. So I always think that giving something, right? When I give something, I must make sure that person must be responsible that thing. So my brother got into serious health problem. He eat a lot. He's very greedy. It's like he's always eating sweet stuff and things, and he got into his kidney problem. Right. So the doctor say, no, he's not going to be alive for the next 5 years. So we need a kidney donor. So it's like, okay, I'm the youngest, I'm the strongest, so I went forward. Yes, I donated my kidney to him. But before that, what I learned about giving is a lot of people say, no, it's useless, don't give it to your brother because he's not going to take care of it. No, your brother is going to be, going to mess up your kidney. So to me, it's like, oh, what's going on with this giving thing? But what I learned throughout the journey is, right, when you want to give someone, you cannot worry about how the person is going to take care. If I worry so much, don't give. So my concept about giving, right, is giving is a privilege. If you're able to give something to someone, it's a blessing. You have done your part 100%. Concept about giving, right, is giving is a privilege. If you're able to give something to someone, it's a blessing. You have done your part 100%. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Can I ask you to participate in a small activity?
Yes.
So I would like you to put 2 fingers here. And I want you to smile a little bit. Smile a bit more. Stretch it a bit more. Stretch it. Make sure I can see your teeth. Okay, leave it there. Put your hands down. Now I want you to give a little chuckle. Then I want you to burst that chuckle like as if it's a bubble and laugh out as much as you can. Now, how did that feel?
Sure.
Did you feel shocked?
Sure.
Do you know that all of us have lost the joy of laughing? I used to remember when I was at my grandma's, and we would laugh unabashedly, unhesitantly. We used to just laugh out loud at the slightest thing. Someone fell down, something happened. We would just laugh and laugh. And it was so natural for us. But then as we grew up, we suddenly realized that laughing is not so appropriate, maybe. Maybe it's not so convenient. So we've forgotten the art of smiling and laughing. I love to listen to my son when he was younger. I used to tell him a joke, I used to tell him stories, and he would just laugh out loud. Sometimes I miss that because now he's 16 years old. And 16 years being a teacher, they're teenagers, they're very self-conscious about how people perceive them. And I think most of our adults here as well perceive that way, how people see it. Are we laughing too much? Are we laughing at the wrong time? But I really love to hear. Sometimes I can catch my son laughing when he's watching a show, and then I can see the genuine laughter coming out from him. So laughter is a forgotten art. We must remember to laugh. So they always say you need 3 bones in life. A wishbone, a backbone, and a funny bone.
Yeah.
And laughter is like the soap or the moisturizer that you put on your skin. It makes you feel so good. It makes you feel so smooth, so warm, and so good.
Wow.
So please, learn to live and learn to laugh. Because laughter is what brings joy.
Yeah.
Hi, today I'll be telling a stories regarding my friendship with a friend that I had for 7 years. So how this friendship born initially is from jealousy actually. So me and my friend were together. As a friend, yeah. However, as I get to know more people, she would get jealous. Yeah. So the thing about this friendship, I didn't give up on her, and I tried to talk to her and try to make her understand, as a person we have another life, but at the same time, I want her to grow to be a better person. And during these 7 years, we see ups and downs in our lives, and I thought to myself, it's getting boring with her as a friend. But then at the same time, right, I keep coming back to her. So what is it that draws me back to her? But after I realized, right, the fact that as I try to support her, she really supports me back. And how do I know that I want her? It's because there was a time, actually just recently happened. When she tried to go to the toilet, she would feel very painful on her stomach, and then it turns out that she had a tumor. And as any other surgery, while the doctor will try to, will make sure that the surgery will be successful, but there will always be a risk. Yeah. So when I got to know about that news, I cried and I cried. I'm not the person who is undergoing the surgery. She's the person who is undergoing the surgery, but I cried harder than her. So that's when I realized that, we need to realize that, yes, we might take things for granted from our friends, but when we really think deeply, reflect, and have a alone time, just like what last week's speaker has mentioned, we get to know that, actually, friends really matters. And when you meet the person that you can go through everything, you should really cherish that friend. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening, gentlemen. I'm talking about love. Not because I'm a great lover, because I'm a bad lover. Why? Because married 30 over years, my wife divorced me.
That's good news.
So that's a challenge. That's a challenge is that love is not easy. To say love is easy. I love you, you love me. Ah, good. And girls don't believe guys can say love you very easily. I love you. You better test him up and check him out. Because it's not. And love is something that you really test. And in one sense, it's also a wake-up call and also a learning that can I ever love again? Does it mean the end of love? Or that actually I should be learning more about love? I think maybe that's why I'm released, so I can be a better lover to someone else. Wow! What I've learned, very important, very important. If ever a guy to you, a girl, if he can say, I love you, can he say that tomorrow, I love you more? Wow. Next week, I love you more. Next month, I love you more and more. Next year, I love you more. Wow. That should be the test of love. And if love cannot be increasing, maybe there's not love. How come it's stopped? And here, I must say, and here also confession, I failed. I have not paid so much attention on my life, not sensitive enough. Something must have gone wrong. Okay, that's gone wrong. The past is a reference to improve and get better. So, the point is important. It's real test. And really, at the end of love, it is sacrifice. And of course, if you really want to play by it, can you say that love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it's not proud, it's not rude, it's not self-serving, it's to provide, to protect, and to love you more and more.
Wow!
I would like to talk about persistent.
Right. I've been living to eat since I was a kid. Right. I am a food lover. I believe many of you here have the same passion on food.
Yes.
Right. So life is beautiful. Right. But that is not always the case. When I was in the mid-40s, my body metabolism has started to slow down. So unintentionally, I joined the obesity group. Okay.
Don't believe it.
Yeah. No membership. So yeah. So my triglycerides reading was extremely high. The normal is 150. Mine was close to 600. Wow. What does that mean? Right? It means I can have a stroke or heart attack anytime. Right? So I started to look in the mirror. What's wrong with my body? What should I do? Okay. So I started to think. For the first time in my life, I started to do a lot of reading about health. Try to understand my body condition and find the root cause of the problem. I managed to find the answers thanks to Uncle Google and YouTube, right? So I'm happy, yeah. So, but I need to change my mindset. Because all the while, the food that I've been taking for over the past 40 years, right? That is the root cause of the problem. So, change it. So, it's total new diet habit entirely, such as avoiding sugars and processed food, so such as noodles, right? Milk, pastries, all this, right? So it's a totally change of mindset. Well, miracle happens. Right? After 6 months, my waist size dropped 7 inches.
Wow!
And my weight dropped, okay, 18 kg.
Wow! Amazing.
So that's why you can see. It's actually here.
No photograph too, but
Yeah, I have to. I prepared for that.
wow.
Okay. So the surprise thing is my triglycerides dropped to normal, and also it solved my fatty liver and gallstones problem. Okay. So you really need the persistence, right? Because you will have friends telling you, oh, don't do this, don't do that. No. So you need the persistence to follow. What? Okay. Thank you very much.
My teacher kept reassuring me that everything will be okay. This scene was at the swimming pool, and I was terrified of water. That was because when I was 8 years old, I had to walk about 1 kilometer to school. And along the path, there's this wooden plank across the river. Well, if you can relate to that, you are of my age. So in my time, we have this drain with a wooden plank, and it was there. And on a day when there's heavy downpour, it will be all flooded, water will be gushing through. But as an innocent 8-year-old boy, I assumed that the plank would still be there. So without any fear, I just jumped onto where I thought the plank was. But voila, it wasn't there. And I was carried away with the gushing of the water. But fortunately, I'm alive, so I'm not a ghost, right? I was saved by someone. But I was completely terrified of water. So when I had to go into the swimming pool, I just was simply terrified. Nothing could just bring me there. Until other desires came in my heart. And God, guess what it was? A girl. Yes. I was secretly admiring this girl who was so I had no choice but to So I swam. And I liked the water so much that I took up scuba diving. Wow! More than that, I became a scuba diver instructor. Wow! I've been enjoying the water since. I'm very thankful to this teacher who told me that day that everything will be okay. If everything is not okay, it's not the end. Well, he said, in the end, everything will be okay. If everything is not okay, it is not the end. So here I am. Wow!